Greetings, peace, love, and light. How everybody doing? This is Mikael, the Traveling Medicine Man, and right now we on our ninth edition of Ancient Future Fridays. I appreciate everybody who's been tapping in, taking the time to hear the information, to hear everything that we got going. You feel me? And yeah, this is going to be a very, very special edition right here of Ancient Future Fridays. We're going to have my good brother Dasan with Naturally Herbs. You feel me? A real medicine man out here in the Bay, in Richmond, California. Join us for this live. And yeah, it's a very special time. I want to, say to everybody, yeah, happy belated Juneteenth. You feel me? Out here in America, Juneteenth just passed, celebrating, the transatlantic slave trade and all the atrocities and things that our ancestors went through during that time. You feel me? So there's been some beautiful celebrations, all across the country, but definitely out here in California, we've been holding it down. Also, it's the summer solstice. You feel me? Happy summer solstice to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We kicking off the summer solstice, so it's summertime, y'all. It's time to enjoy. This good weather. You know what I'm saying? The fruits is heavy and high, and everything is live. So we're getting ready to start this this live with our good brother Dasan. He just hopped on the line, so we're gonna get him on a call right quick. You feel me? My spiritual drip. Feel me? Yes, I. So here we go. My brother, what's good with you, family?
Hey, Grand Rising, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was just letting folks know, what I'm saying, this about, this Ancient Future Friday we about to have, and we got you joining on, and was just also tapping in, telling people, happy belated Juneteenth, you feel me? And also, it's summer solstice, you feel me? So happy summer solstice, and it's also a full moon in the air too. So it's a lot of this good energy up, you know what I'm saying? So happy to have this live today, brother.
Absolutely. Same to you, my brother.
Yes. Yes, so yeah, I'm just lighting up this Palo Santo, and I was going to introduce you to the folks, but if you like, you want to introduce yourself to the folks and let folks know, what services you offer to the world.
Yeah, I'm Dasan, and I'm from Richmond, California, and my wife and I, we own Natrully Herbs and More. We sell teas and juices. We sell food, alkaline food. We also provide cleanses and consultations to help people heal from any disease.
Indeed.
We do classes and stuff as well. We teach children about the herbs and healthy eating.
For sure. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm looking to get more into that space too, helping to educate the youth and, for the future generations, coming up. So, that's a beautiful thing. Appreciate you doing that, brother.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I've been knowing you for some time, brother. I've been seeing you and your wife, in the community, all throughout the Bay Area, doing different, health and wellness festivals and events. And then, yeah, you're at the shop opening up in Richmond and everything, and was happy to see that, and just wanted to know, like, how did y'all get that together, and like, what's like the mission, as far as the shop.
Yeah, well, the mission of the shop is to create unity through wellness. That's our mission.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to. Well, originally it was four of us originally, and we had the idea to open an herb shop. My wife and I got on the health journey. Period. We had our last two children at home, and my daughter. When we had our daughter, midwife brought some herbs to help my wife heal faster, and they actually worked. So that's what sparked the interest from the beginning. Definitely didn't know anything about herbs other than seeing people drink teas, here and there. Didn't really know that there was any kind of real health benefit behind them. But from there, my wife, she got interested more so than I did, and took some classes, learned about herbs, and then her teacher invited family to come on a herb walk around the lake in Oakland and another little herbal garden in Oakland. And she pointed out about like 20, 30 herbs before we got halfway around, the lake. And I'm like, what's going on here? And she was pointing out the dandelion stuff I was tossing in the garbage, and like, oh, this could clean your blood and it's good for your liver. And I'm like, what? I still was kind of, in disbelief. And then she was pointing out feverfew and some other herbs that kind of sparked my interest because I used to go through headaches, my whole life since I was a child. I was get extreme, get some Tylenol, some Excedrin, and then when it got extreme, I couldn't take any of the narcos or heavy medication. My body just rejected, so I ended up in the hospital, on the IV or something. But
Mm,
when she spoke about the feverfew, that I remembered that one.
yes.
So we ended up going to a herb shop, and I grabbed some and tried it to see if it would work to get rid of my headaches. And of course, it didn't get rid of it. It stopped the pain though, so I could replace my. I said, okay, this is healthier. This works. I could use this instead of taking the Tylenol and the Motrin and all this other stuff that I'm reading that's pretty damaging to me, right?
Right.
So from there, we start, I started taking CMOS, and after about a good 2-3 weeks of taking it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel better, getting more energy. And then like a month in, I realized I hadn't taken anything for headaches, and I'm like, I didn't know this was good for headaches, but it turns out it's not necessarily, it wasn't taking the headache away pain wise, it was mineralizing my body, and I was severely mineral deprived. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why my body was using the headache as an alarm. It was like, hey, I need more than what you're giving me. You feeding me trash. I'm not getting, the electricity that I'm looking for from what you're consuming. So, once I finally start putting that electricity in there, and staying on it for a good period of time. Like I said, I was on about a good month. Then I realized, like, my wife was, I ain't took nothing for my headaches. She
Mm-hmm.
was like, you're right. And from there, that's when I knew it was real. But we used to go to a lot of different herb shops and places trying to, figure out stuff and learn about it ourselves. And we sitting on Google most of the time looking at all the different herbs and like, oh, this is good for this is good for this. One day I bought like about 10 different herbs and mixed them all together, didn't know what I was doing. And I think I just purged like duck floured myself because I'm sitting
Okay.
on the toilet with the garbage can. I felt
Mm,
amazing afterwards, but I'm like, I ain't doing that again. I don't know what. So I had to like, okay, I need to figure this stuff is crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's just knowledge and learning. And the reason why we opened the herb shop is because we couldn't find a herb shop where anybody would talk to you or tell you anything. It seemed like there were certain people that may have some knowledge, but they was kind of scared to talk to you about it. They're like, oh, I can't recommend this for you, but I'll tell you this is good for this and this. Not really wanting to communicate with you too much. And we just wanted to, provide that for our people. You know what I mean? And that's why you come to our herb shop, you'll see our herbs are here, but we have at least a small breakdown of what the herb is good for, so that you're not just jumping in blindly, and you kind of at least get a background of what you about to dive into. And then whoever's
Mm,
here at the store, we want them to be at least a little bit knowledgeable to be able to at least tell you what you're gonna kind of experience and things like that. So it's more than just a store. It's a community health. I don't even want to say facility. This is home. This is for everybody. It's bringing us back to the origin, how we used to take care of ourselves.
no,
And then eventually we'll get to the point where we can all grow it and share it and not even have to sell it to each other.
no, that's real. And you just opened up a lot of my mind, man, just by everything you said. I had a similar experience as far as how I got on my health and wellness journey. I was dealing with some real health issues, coming back from China. I
Mm-hmm.
played basketball, some professional basketball in China.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came back, I had some real bad health issues as far as headache, real bad skin conditions. I'm feeling lethargic, stomach issues, and didn't have no way to heal myself. You feel me? I went to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and for sure they prescribed me a whole bunch of prescriptions. Was doing a whole bunch of just like testing and stuff on me, and wasn't nothing working. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I just was like, I don't trust this system. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust what's happening to me. I got to find a way. So like you said, the age of information. Just started googling things. Googling the health condition they gave me. You know what I'm saying? They said was wrong with me. And at that time, it was saying that, it was a lack of, nutrition, a lack of certain things going on. So I was like, that's messed up. And then I started doing information about the environment, the food, the water,
Yeah.
just the conditions that we live in. And I was like,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
like there's a lot against, us right now. You feel
Yeah,
me?
we in
So
the wrong environment. This is low vibrational. Like that's why you don't see no real animals down here.
yeah,
I mean, you don't see no deers running around here, but they definitely around here. We go up the hill to El Cerrito Hills or Richmond Hills. They up there,
mm-hmm.
but you see berries and real nature up there too. They cut all that down. They don't want to come down here. Ain't no fence or nothing blocking them and stopping them from coming here. They can come whenever they want to, but this is, you got dogs and cats, animals that need to be taken care of by humans. You might see a squirrel pop in and there's some birds come grab what they need and get up out of here, but
Right.
it's toxic. It's toxic. Mhm,
It's
mhm,
toxic. You feel me? So yeah,
mhm,
so after I learned about the environment, and especially about the food, you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
At that time
mhm,
I wasn't aware of GMO foods or
mhm.
the chemicals and the MSG they putting in the food and all the wax and how they spraying, all the different plants and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I was like, man, I
yeah,
got to figure out a way to support myself. You feel me? And I started into a lot of teachings, like a lot of master teachers. At that time it was Dr. Phil Valentine.
yeah,
He was putting me up with a lot of
yeah.
information. And Dr. Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? Another great
Mhm.
elder got information
Absolutely.
from, and you know, eventually, Layla Africa, and
That's right. Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Sebi. You know
Like
what I'm
you said.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
when I got into that information, like you said about the alkalinity
Mm-hmm.
and the electricity of the body, and just the pH of the body, and all these different things, it really shift my consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And once I had that awareness, I told myself that I'm gonna do the best I can. You know what I'm saying, to take care of my health. You know what I'm saying. Also, shout out to my father, Kevin Holmes. He transitioned in 2016 as well
Mm-hmm.
from a heart attack, and he was only 51 years old. You feel me? So, say all that to say is that this health and wellness path is something that it don't have to be something that's abnormal or not normal to our people. I feel like we all want to be healthy. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
We all want to live a long
That's
life.
right.
So it's just certain conditions that we need to
Mm-hmm.
get back to, like
We
you said,
yeah.
certain
We just don't know.
traditions.
We taught improperly.
Yeah.
Before you leave the porch, before you get off the porch, you should know how your body works, how this suit that we walking around, this car that we using, we should know how it functions. We should know why we got two kidneys and what the purpose of the kidneys are for, what system they function in. We should know that the body has 12 systems. We learn all 12 systems, we know the whole body, and if it's just like your car. If you buy a car, you take it overheats. You
Mm-hmm.
got to take it to the shop because you don't know how to fix the car yourself. You don't know anything about it, right? You just know how to put gas in there and maybe change the oil or something like that. Maybe
Right.
change the tires, but it overheats. You take it. It could be a simple thermostat, $300-$400 fix, labor included.
Mm-hmm.
But they could tell you, oh, your engine's blown, $4,000. You're gonna pull out your credit card and swipe it because you got to get back on the road and get back to work, right?
Right.
The same thing. You can have a headache and a little pain over here. They gonna cut you open and take your gallbladder out. Who
Right.
says that was that what needed to happen?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, but we don't know. If we don't know ourselves, and the body gives us signs. We get bubbles under our eyes, darkness, look like a raccoon. That's the kidneys that showcasing themselves. They showing us what's going on. We could urinate in a glass jar and let it sit for 24 hours and tell whether the kidneys filtering or not. But we have to know these things. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they've taken from us, and that's what we trying to give back.
No, you're doing that, brother. And
Mm-hmm.
just on a tip of herbs, you know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been incorporating natural herbs in my life medicinally, but also just regularly, I haven't had too many health issues. You feel me? I ain't went to the
That's right.
hospital or got sick in a very long time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's been less
yeah.
than like 10.
You'll never see me in there again. They've never been able to help me with anything. I'm telling you, like from the headaches, I done been doped up. They did a spinal tap on me, to where it get cold, my back freeze all up and stuff like that. Checking for meningitis, and all I needed was some minerals.
Right.
All I needed was to change what I was eating, and then incorporate, stuff like sea moss and marine phytoplankton in my diet, and then I'm good. I don't have any of those issues no more. And I did some self-inflicted things. Well, it's
Right.
all self-inflicted, but I was drinking and doing a lot of other things when I was younger as well, and damaged my liver and kidneys, which I also had to repair that as well. I had to repair those organs also. Yeah, I was down bad for real.
I feel you. I was down
Mhm,
bad too as far as my
mhm,
nutrition, and I feel
mhm,
like a lot of us are nutrition deficient. You know what I'm saying? Whether
mhm,
it shows or not.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah,
these herbs,
born that way. Born that way. it starts from conception. That's a, I'm gonna do a live on that one because that's really what it is. It starts from the beginning, from the origin of things. We shouldn't even be, you know, conceiving, until we got our soil intact. You know what I mean? That need to be, because you only gonna be as good as the stock that you came from. So if you, it's like I use myself for example all the time. My jaw is not fully developed, and when I was reading Layla Africa book, I closed it and slammed it one day and got upset because I'm like, this man's crazy. It's he's saying your eyes are supposed to be a certain distance from each other. Your nose is supposed to sit at a certain level so you can breathe properly. Your jaw is supposed to be a certain. And at first, I'm in the brother that put me onto his book, right? He was like, this is like a Bible. But it's different. You're not gonna read it from the beginning to the end like that. You gonna as you grow in your own health journey, you're gonna tap back in at different times, and you'll be able to overstand and understand what was being said to you, because it's gonna go over your head right now. And it did. Like when I was reading that, I'm like, what? This is crazy. Like, what is it? It's people different all over the world. It's no way. It's no certain head shape and a certain distance between your eyes, and like, what is this man talking about, right? So then, as I like dude said, my partner said, he said, you gonna learn over time. So as I start dissecting myself, and I'm like, man, it is something to that, because my jaw structure is like, my wisdom teeth was taken out, right? And then after my wisdom teeth got took out, I started getting more pain in my mouth, and I go to the dentist, and they was like, oh, it's your other molars are growing into your other teeth. So I said, well, straighten them out, put them back. Nope. And they like, nah, we can't. You don't have no more room in your mouth. We got to take them out too. So now I'm like, wait a minute. You telling me the teeth that came with my mouth, that my body can't fit in my own mouth? Something ain't right about that, right? But my mother was deficient in vitamin A, vitamin K2, vitamin D3, which are all important, along with calcium and all the other minerals that we need for the jaw to fully develop properly. And because she was deficient in those minerals and vitamins, 9 months come, you got to get out, regardless whether your arm too short, your leg too short, your brain not fully developed, or whether your jaw structure is not all the way there. And that's what happened with me. So the Most High never changed the recipe on how many teeth you're supposed to have.
Right.
That's going to always be the same. But whether you fully developed during that incubation process, well, that determines whether that soil was tilled properly before you was conceived.
Indeed. And a
See what I'm
lot of
saying?
people.
And then during that incubation process, what was she consuming? See what I mean? Yeah, we ain't supposed to be going through no morning sickness and all that stuff like that. That's your body reacting to being mineral deprived. Babies is like a parasite. It's sucking everything from you. And if you don't have enough on deck, it's gonna take it from your bones. If you need some calcium, or to take it from the mother's bones. Oh yeah, the baby gonna get what it needs.
No, that's
I mean,
like,
from whatever's on deck.
Yeah, straight from conception. I mean, what you said is powerful because I'm on that process right now. I don't have children at the moment, but since I heard about the science of your body being the vessel and the tools needed for the child and all the minerals and things that you have, I've been working on it, building myself up. And also,
when you're planning it, we should like a year, at least a year ahead of time. Mother and father need to deep cleanse. You need to be on some spiritual work together. Like, I mean, the father is like the emotional umbilical cord for the mother. So you got to protect her energy, like, cause she's sucking in everything at that moment, and she's like need to be protected for real.
Now let me ask you this: since we're talking about child birth and everything, is it cool to use herbs during childbirth? I'm not the most expert on that.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely can. Now, there's certain ones you don't want to use because you got abortifacins and herbs that's going to, they kill parasites, and the baby is basically a parasite at that moment. So it's going, it's 100% feeding on the mother at that point, 100%, like a tick or, a parasite. They feeding on you, but not in a negative way. That's the mother. But yeah, that's what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
but so any of those herbs, like you don't want to take no mugwort or neem and nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Even some of them is for like against child development.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. But now it's a lot of strength in the herbs. You definitely don't never stop taking your sea moss. You need to get some marine phytoplankton that has more minerals than anything. Like
Yeah.
it's like the most mineral dense substance in the whole entire world, and it's responsible for 90% of the oxygen in the world. It's the highest source of chlorophyll. That's basically been here since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
Like,
marine
the turtles that live 250 years old, that's what they eat. So the mother should be pounding down tons of marine phytoplankton and super minerals. Nettle, stinging nettle is good. Now, if you need to like cleanse or something like that, like a little light flush, yellow dot, that's safe.
right.
And you can clean the blood with that.
I'm
Hmm.
about to type it in the chat. A few people asking
Hmm.
about that.
Yeah,
It's the marine phytoplankton, and
yeah,
it's a
marine
natural
phytoplankton.
sea algae.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's straight from the earth. That's what the whales eat. You know what I'm saying? The whales
That's
eat
right. Yep,
phytoplankton.
well,
See
turtles,
how
yep,
big and healthy they
that's
is.
right.
So you definitely do something for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, brother. And I
And
heard.
it's bioavailable too. So as soon as you put that marine phytoplankton in your mouth, it's already being absorbed through your cheeks. It only have to go through your digestion first.
Right, right. Right, and it's the highest
Hmm.
source of minerals on the planet. I appreciate you
Hmm.
reminding me about that, brother,
Absolutely.
because it's so
Hmm.
much, to remember. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and to consume. So
Hmm.
that's a great one. And also, brother, I'm going to tap in with you about. You said you did the nature walk, and I see you and your wife doing like walks around the neighborhood and the hood and showing people how the herbs is available. Can you let us know what herbs that are available in the Bay Area that we can get access to? I can possibly get.
I'm gonna mention just a couple because my
Right.
wife is gonna, y'all can get the book. She gonna show y'all everything,
Okay,
the
for
Urban
sure.
in the Hood book.
Yeah.
But one that we always see is dandelion. That's everywhere, and dandelion, like I said earlier, cleans your blood, it's good for your kidneys, good for your liver, it's a high source of potassium. It's a little bitter, when we cooking it and eating it that way, because you can eat dandelion too as a green. But the root is very strong for cleaning out the kidneys and also cleaning the liver as well, and the blood. But yeah, I'm not gonna go to. We see the California poppy around.
Right,
That's
right.
good for bedwetting with children,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also good to help you get sleep.
Okay.
Anybody having trouble with sleeping? And yeah, it has pain. It's good for pain as well. Many other things. But
Okay.
it's y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see when she dropped the
Give
book.
thanks to the sister
Mhm.
for free. And
Mhm.
a few people was asking about this marine phytoplankton. Is that something you carry at the store for
Yeah,
folks?
yeah. We put it in sea moss gel.
Okay.
Um, we sell the powder raw if you want to buy the powder. Um, and yeah, we also make a tincture, and
Mm,
we make a tincture by itself, and we mix it with shilajit as well.
indeed. And that's another ancient mineral
Mhm.
too, straight from
Yeah,
the mountains,
Himalayas,
volcanic
Himalayas
mountains.
mountain.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So volcanic acids, like you said, this stuff been here since the beginning of time. So
Since the beginning of time. Yeah.
we can
Yeah, we
take
sell shilajit. We got shilajit resin too.
shit resin. Okay. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. That's what's up, brother. And I just want to tap in because, we both some divine masculine brothers, very much on a health wellness path.
Mm-hmm.
What did it take you to get on your path? I know you mentioned a little bit, but this
Yeah.
men's mental health month, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we want to speak about some things, how we,
Mhm.
how you got on your path, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. So, well, it really stemmed from what I said earlier. But I'll say this from to get to where it's at now. Um, we opened the store, and the first day we opened, um, it was a lot of people that came. I wasn't surprised that people came, but I was surprised that many people came. And then the way that they came, I was expecting to be like we provided a little bit extra. We got a little bit of description on the packets, but they start coming in and was like, I got diabetes. What I'm supposed to do? I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. We just a store, and I don't know about all that. I'm because I didn't want to be responsible for all that.
Right.
But it never stopped. They kept coming and asking. So about different. So I said, okay, that's where all these blends and stuff that we have.
Yes.
All that wasn't here at first. It was just single herbs and like candles and things like that. But all these different blends for different situations and conditions that
Mm-hmm.
came from y'all. That came from the community. That's what they wanted. So that's what made me dive deeper and get into the books because I was, working on healing myself and things like that. But I wasn't ready to take on the world at that moment. I didn't know that's what the calling was. You see what I'm saying? But the community asked for it. So I was in here day and night, 24 hours studying and learning. And, at first just creating a bunch of patches because that's what they was. It's just a healthier alternative to the Western medication, meaning that you're getting, instead of Tylenol, I'm giving you, like I said, feverfew, chamomile, all these other herbs and things, willow bark for pain and stuff like that, right? But you still getting the pain though. The pain ain't going away. You still have to keep coming here and buying this over and over again. Blood pressure, okay. I concocted a pack that's good to help bring the blood pressure down, but it still keep going back up. But so all I'm doing is they still have to keep spending money to keep on buying this. It's not fixing the root cause of the problem. So that's what made me say, you know what? I need to learn this human body and how this body functions and how it works and how it heals itself and how it stays healthy and what does it really asking for? What are we supposed to put in this tank for real? So when I start figuring out how all these different 12 systems function and work in conjunction with each other, then I started to see how I could use the herbs and put them together in certain ways to trigger the body to do certain things to clean itself out properly so that the body's natural healing mechanisms like your lymphatic system, which is your immune system, which gives you immunity to toxins, bacteria, pathogens, diseases, and viruses. So that's Superman. I'm Superman and Superwoman. So all I got to do is teach them how to keep their lymphatic system clean,
Right.
how to keep their kidneys clean, because you got two of them, and they're responsible for cleaning all the waste out the blood. You got over 150 trillion cells that make up all the tissues, that make up all the organs, that make up all 12 organ systems. So our whole body's made up of different cells bound together to create all the parts that we have. And they all try to heal and clean themselves too. So they spitting out waste, and the lymphatic system grabs that cellular waste, which is their poop and their urine, and then passes that into the bloodstream along with excess mineral waste. So if you already got too much magnesium in your body and you ate something that's high in magnesium, well, your body recognizes that and they say, you know what, we don't need this magnesium. And if it sit in our system for too long, it's going to ferment and turn into a poison. So I'm put that in the bloodstream too. Lymphatics grab that, put in the bloodstream, then the kidneys clean and filter that out when we urinating every day. So we ain't just urinating because we drank a whole bunch of water and juice. That just keeps the stuff flowing. But we urinating because we getting rid of trash. We are eliminating cellular and mineral waste, right? So if I teach them that, the lymphatic system, how that works, how to keep it clean, how to clean your kidneys out, and then the colon, that's the other exit. When you have the big waste, the big trash coming out, the macro waste. When you defecate, you're getting out trash. Now, if your kidneys, your lymphatic system, and your colon work properly, and then you got to deal with the liver too, you can stay healthy. That's the basis. That's the basis of it right there. It's a lot deeper than that, but that's the basis. If you at least know that, you're gonna be good because you're not gonna put the wrong stuff in your body either. We've been operating in insanity. That's what it is because we're not taught right.
No, definitely, brother.
The lions. I mean, if we look at nature, they in alignment. Until we throw it off.
Right.
Nature don't even create no waste.
No, exactly. Nature ain't gonna never take waste.
No.
It's all sustainable.
Everything recyclable. Yeah. Everything. That's how you know we off balance too. You can't put your manure in the ground. You can't put it back in the ground. Then something wrong. You eating something wrong because that's acid. It's gonna kill the plants.
Right.
How come the cow's a hybrid animal? Well, because it went back to the cloth and it eats like a herbivore. Well, its manure becomes fertilizer.
Come on.
That's all it is. The Most High gonna make it make sense. That's all. We just gotta make it make sense.
Indeed, brother. And what's some like herbs or like things that men can take for preventative health? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of brothers dealing with issues. I'm hearing young brothers got empathy issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Young brothers got diabetes.
Yeah.
Losing hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's these issues going on with men right now?
So the impotency that can start from prosthetic development in the beginning, because if the mother and the father is on a bunch of soy, that's full of estrogen, and it halts the development of the prostate. So, and then a lot of women are not able to or choose not to breastfeed. So then they end up on Similac, which has a lot of soy in it, which once again is going to further halt that development. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things are still developing when a baby's still, and as they're still receiving that nutrients from their mother, they're building their body still. So, I mean, I'm not going to touch on some of the other things that I know that's happening from that soy as well, but we already know all that extra estrogen was happening.
Nah,
You know
it's
what
flipping
I'm saying?
DNA and
It's
genetic and
changed.
all type of stuff getting
Exactly.
temperature. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
on that.
And so,
Mhm.
and then when we become teenagers, adults, and then we eating more on our own, a lot of the stuff and packaged stuff have soy in there and stuff. And then even when you try to become more healthy, oh, I'm gonna go get some tofu, or I'm gonna go get one of these plant-based burgers.
Right.
And we playing around with all types of stuff in there. They putting glycoprotein from the kidneys of aborted human fetuses and
Right.
hide it under natural flavoring, and they enlisted
And
15 different.
exactly. That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing. Aborted baby fetus for
yeah,
flavoring
yeah,
MSG. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Even now this might sound crazy to some people. I think dead human bodies
yeah,
is being put
for
in the
sure.
processing
Yeah,
food
that's
of
right.
fast food.
That's right.
Burger King, McDonald's, all that
Liquefy the
stuff.
dead,
Be careful with that.
liquefy the dead, and feed the living. That's what it is.
Man,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, it's all based on us not being accountable for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When you're dependent, then they could do anything to you.
Right.
Anything. Yeah, you,
Right.
you got to know for yourself.
Right.
Don't even take my word for it. You got to know.
No.
You have to know. I haven't healed nobody. I
Right.
ain't healed nobody. People heal themselves. All I do, I'm just a bridge between the Most High and you,
Yeah.
passing on information that you should know already. It's already in you. That's why when you really pay attention and really resonate with yourself,
Mhm.
it's already in you. The whole book, all the information is already. Most High wouldn't have sent us here without being capable of doing something, or of functioning properly.
Mhm.
Yeah. We got everything we need in us already.
No, indeed, and we talked
You got to
about some.
tap in.
Give,
Hmm.
give thanks. And we talked about some environmental issues, like what's some things that folks can do to counteract the environmental issues like chemtrails, and a lot of people lately been saying they've been having issues with their
Sinuses.
sinuses. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
all
I
day.
only got no
Yeah,
sinus issue never in my
yeah,
life, but
yeah,
over the last 2 years, sometimes my nose is itching and
yeah,
it's harder to breathe. What's going
yeah,
on with that, bro?
yeah. Well, you have to look. No matter what they do, the design of the Most High is always the strongest. Nothing can counteract what's already built here. But we got to keep it intact. Keep your lymphatic system clean. Keep it clean. Keep your kidneys flushed. And I know that we're used to eating a lot of cooked food, but
Come on.
that puts too much work on the body, especially the pancreas. And that's the reason, like you said earlier, a lot of us have diabetes and pancreas issues because we know that the pancreas deals with the sugar in the body. But the pancreas work in two different systems. It work in the endocrine system and it also work in your digestive system.
Mm,
So it has to produce over 4,000 enzymes to help you digest your food, some alkaline, some acidic, depending on what it is that you're consuming.
yeah.
But the Most High put a lot of enzymes in the raw fruits and vegetables to help you digest your food. But when we cook it over 105 degrees, which I don't know nobody cooking under 105 degrees, they're no longer present. So that's going to put more work on the pancreas. So it's not saying that you're not getting any nutritional value from what you're consuming, but just like the average person would like to gain more money without working so hard to get it, right? Well, your body wants to get more energy or electricity without working so hard to get it. So if I can eat this dandelion greens without cooking it and get its full nutritional value, or at least the best that I can, because ain't no telling how long it's been sitting in the store or wherever you got it from. But you want to get the highest level of mineral content from what it is that you're consuming. And when you cook it, what it even look like? It look like you gave it a perm. Laying flat, it ain't got no electricity and no energy in it no more. So that's showing us right there. It's showing us right there. But truly though, you put a lot more work on your pancreas when you cook the food. You know, a
No.
lot of extra work on
Well,
the pancreas.
well, let's talk about that, brother. I know I'm a plant-based alkaline chef. I know
Mhm.
you serve
Yeah, I cook too.
alkaline
Yeah.
foods.
Hmm.
Exactly, you're a
Yeah.
chef too. Also,
Hmm.
what's the importance of the food right now? You know what I'm saying? I know we
Hmm.
talked a little bit about it, but
Hmm.
what's the importance of food? Like even incorporating more plant-based and raw food into your diet. You know?
Well, technically, me personally, I believe that we should be eating as much fruit as possible because it's going to give you the highest level of nutritional value because first of all, what's inside the fruit or what's supposed to be a seed, right? And the seed is how we get new life. So one tiny little apple seed has the whole entire DNA structure to that whole entire plant, which will give you a whole apples for years and years and years to come. And so the whole process of from seed all the way to the whole big old tree, all the way to the apple being produced is for that new life again, right? So that apple is piled with all the whatever you could get from an apple tree. Everything that it takes for that is in that apple. So that's the highest source of electricity on that whole entire plant. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the roots grabbing all that nutrition from the soil and the water, and it's coming through the veins of the tree, and the bark getting nutrients, the leaves getting nutrients. And the leaves are collecting energy from the sun too, right? And the sun is the highest source of energy. So it's important that we eat lots of fruit. They're high in antioxidants, so they're going to work with the body to kill free radicals, decrease inflammation, clean out the kidneys, fight off toxins, bacteria. So the fruit is going to work with us more than anything. Now, we can eat vegetables as well, but we're not herbivores technically. And the way our body's built physiologically, internally, if you look at an herbivore, their intestines, like a cow or a horse or a rhinoceros or an elephant, their intestines are like 20 times their body length, super long. And some of them got like 2 stomachs and stuff like that. It takes a long time to break down the cellulose content that's found in the vegetables, which you also find in the rind of like the melons. That's why we got to peel the cucumber first before we eat it, because unless you can put it in a juicer, like a slow masticating juicer that could break down those constituents, then we'll be able to absorb the mineral content from that as well. But in general, we shouldn't be just leaning on vegetables like that. That should be like a secondary source of food, and then some nuts. But if we're going to cook, we should definitely be cooking from those sources. You know, that would be giving us the highest source of electricity. And then like light steams, or I know we're gonna do what we do, but we should keep a higher amount of raw food in our diet more than anything.
Nah, you know what? I think that the cooking of the food is something that we got conditioned to. I remember I went camping when I was younger, and they taught us how to make these solar kitchens. And I believe that in the ancient times, we used to eat solar food, meaning like, we all know the fruits and they grow from the tree, but like the vegetable, you said, you can put them in a space that's have direct sunlight. And when that direct sunlight hits that food, it's going to cook the food in a sense, but also going to give you all the sun rays
It's
and all the
activated.
light and energy from that.
Yeah, it's activated.
Yeah, so let's shout out our good brother Aries Lathon.
That's right.
Elder on the planet, still pushing sun food. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's right. About the raw foods, the fruits, and the H3O2. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's important.
What's up right now?
That's right.
Especially consume fruit juices,
coconut water.
Coconut water. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more, and to try to find ways to cleanse your water. We can't really trust and depend on the water right now as a way to like nutrition.
Go to a spring.
Go to the spring water, you know what I'm saying? We can't, what's that, Red Rock Springs, you know what
I'm
saying?
Red Rock, yeah, Shasta.
And Mount Shasta got the best water on the planet.
It's ice cold waiting for you.
You know what I'm saying? So you can go out your way to go to the natural springs, you know what I'm saying, to get your water, and also these minerals, like you were saying, the food now, they don't really have no nutrition in it like that. That's just a base, just to keep the body, moving and for the weight and everything for the body, but you really don't
have to eat that much. Once you get your battery up, once your battery is on full, you doing what you do every day. It might go down 70%. You eat a little bit, or you might just need to be hydrated. Like you said, get some H3O2. You don't really need to eat that much like that. You take your sea moss and your marine phytoplankton, your body getting the mineral content that it needs, and then go outside. Go outside to the sun. If you're eating the fruits and vegetables, you eating the sun, so go in the sun. Your skin can absorb it. Your skin can absorb it.
Well, a lot of our brothers and sisters, man, having issues in the sun right now. They saying when they be in the sun too much is burning them, or you know what I'm saying.
What are they consuming though? What's on the inside?
Exactly.
See, that's what matters. Yeah. If we contaminate it, it's trying to purge you. We know that's what it does. The sun is a cleanser too.
No, indeed.
It's a cleanser. Yeah.
Somebody in the
So
chat,
if we
go Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
No,
was
go
just
ahead. What was that? You had a question?
asking about oils
Cooking
and cooking
oil?
oils and stuff too.
Um,
What's the science on
all,
that?
all, it's, I mean, it's already bad really to cook really because like we couldn't have been cooking originally. If you was the original man and the original man and woman, we didn't have the ability or the knowledge of how to cook originally. We had to learn those things. We had to learn about seasonings and things like that as well. So anything that will require you to do anything extra than you would be able to do with your hands and your feet and stuff like that naturally would have been pretty hard to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what was the question again?
About the oils, like is it
Of
certain
the
like
oils. Okay, so
mm,
if you the best oils would be like avocado oil or sesame oil as far as heating up
yeah,
because the molecular structure changes and it turns into a poison. That's what happens.
yes.
But like they turn into carcinogens.
Mm,
Now, definitely don't use no was it canola oil, no vegetable oil,
right.
all that's trash. They say grapeseed oil, but when I think about it, okay, it's hard to find grapes with seeds, right? Now, when you do, it's pretty expensive. Now, I can get a whole bottle this big for $20. I mean, I had to fill up more than half this room just to fill up like that. The grape seeds is this small, so I had to press oil out of that. You know how many grape seeds I need to do that? And I'm getting this bottle for 20. I know that's mixed with something else. I don't trust
Ooh,
that it's
okay.
100%. You know what I mean? And I know they'll lie. See what I mean? Now, um, coconut coconut oil is good for you, but not you're not supposed to really heat that
Not
up.
really at a high temperature could
Hmm.
be
Yeah, no high
after a
temperatures
while
with
clog the
coconut.
arteries and stuff
That's
like
right.
that too.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then avocado oil is like the best one, I would think, really.
Right. It
Avocado
is.
oil, if you're gonna use one. And then if you want that different flavor from like the sesame oil,
Mm,
that one's okay too. Yeah.
no, indeed.
Yeah, but I would really I mean oil is really not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean our body got some natural oils in it, but it ain't in the sense of like being digested through the stomach and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
naturally in our skin, so
Yeah.
on that. And
You could
I
use
just want
olive
to
oil. Olive oil is good and stuff for like topical and you can eat it and stuff. It's good for you. But you don't want to cook olive oil either.
no, indeed,
Yeah, Rasta
indeed, and
Really, that's right. You can use water. That's right. He right. You sure can.
for sure. Um, yeah, we got a little bit more time left. There's been a lot of people in the
It's
chat.
good. It's good.
Great comments and
We
some
could
great
talk
things.
about we could talk about whatever.
Yeah, yeah. If anybody got any
Mhm.
questions on the chat that they want to put out there right now, it'd be a good time. You know, they said they did a study about avocado oil and
Yeah,
found that many.
I could believe that. I could believe that. I can believe that. Anything in a bottle, box, can, I don't trust it. I don't trust
Yeah,
it.
nah,
Hmm.
nah.
Yeah.
Now,
Hmm.
yeah, let's talk about that stuff. 'Cause, a lot of us might still consume like canned food,
No.
or go to the store eat the box, processed food, or even like TV dinners and stuff like
Hmm.
that, or even like
Hmm.
using the microwave. Like, I don't know if folks
Oh
usually
my God. Yeah, please don't ever get the microwave out your house. Yeah, that's
right, man.
don't use man, don't use please don't use
Yeah,
that.
that's in a
Please.
lot of like
I hope none of y'all
radiation.
warming y'all teeth. Please don't warm your teas, these natural teas up in your microwave. Please don't do that.
Right, right. Brother, what's the best way to consume tea? A lot of people might use herbs and stuff like that, but is a certain way you're supposed to steep them that
Uh
to get all the minerals
what
out of them, or certain
yeah,
things like
yeah,
that?
definitely. It depends. Like, leaves, you can like, boil some water, or if you have some really high structured water, like fresh from the spring or something like that. Or if some people use Kangen water. If you
Yeah,
Those are very strong, and if you could just put the tea directly in that water, and the water will pull from it. It's strong enough to pull. Now, in general, we'll warm some water, and then pour the tea directly in the cup, or some people use a steeper or a tea bag. Put that in your cup, pour that hot water over there, and let it sit for at least like an hour. But I would say to get
exactly. To get
something
all
good
the
out of it, a good effect out of it. Yeah, but some teas depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. I might steep it 4 to 6 hours or overnight.
right.
Now, if it's roots, like burdock root or sarsaparilla, something like that, I'm gonna simmer it on the stove. You gotta like kind of cook it a little bit to pull enough constituents out of there. Yeah.
You saying roots is it's better to
Yeah.
boil those
Yeah.
ones to
Yeah.
pull the constituents
Yeah.
out
Boil
of it,
them and then simmer it off
and
afterwards.
and at least you can do warm it up to a boil, but don't let it boil in the water though.
No, don't. No. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure. And then like
Yeah.
I was in Honduras.
Boil the water and then throw the herb in there and then simmer it. Simmer it for
Yes,
like
yes.
at least like 30 minutes or something. Mm-hmm.
No, definitely. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
what you said for the timing on the herbs too, because most like herb like tea bags and stuff you get from the store tell you steep it for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's long
That
enough
ain't good. That's
personally
not getting nothing out of
to
it.
pull everything
Mm-hmm.
out of there. I was out in Honduras and they was doing stuff for weeks, like you said, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. You can.
And when you
Depending on what you're
drink
trying
it,
to accomplish.
it's
Yeah.
like a tonic now.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
That's right.
And you can
And then some herbs, I like to, if I want to accomplish something faster, I might break it down to powder,
right,
because
right.
then they consuming the whole herb, not and they're not tossing none of that, because some people don't like to chew the herbs or swallow any of the, particles. So I bust it down to powder form and they consume it all.
Indeed, indeed. And what's like some suggestions you give to our brothers and sisters from the hood who like who making the transition, who want to get this information and knowledge. I know you're available at the shop and everything,
Mhm.
but like what's like some suggestions you get to our brothers and sisters so we can increase our health out here. We in a health crisis
Yeah.
heavy out here.
Definitely. Well, take the time for yourself. Like we all have learned how to be different characters at time. If you have a job or anything like that, that's what it is. You got a different suit on while you're there, and you learn how to obey or follow those rules there. Well, let's learn the laws. Learn the laws of nature. And one of the laws of nature, obviously, is gravity. You step off a cliff, you're gonna hit the ground. No matter what you want to believe, that's what's gonna happen. Now we got different life forms in nature, and based upon how we're built physiologically internally, there's certain food groups that are left for these particular life sources, including humans. And we're not really to cross over too much. We can eat some of the herbivorous foods and things like that, but naturally we're not carnivores. You're not built with the ability to be able to consume meat. You wasn't born with pots and pans, guns and knives. The ability to generate fire. Your teeth are not built correctly to be able to chew the meat properly. Your intestines is 9 times your body length. The carnivores is 1.5 to 3 times their body length. So that's not something. Stay in alignment. If we learn the laws of nature and learn how we fit within those laws of nature, then we're not committing a crime against nature. Because if you're following or if you're on the road, you're driving a car, you run a stop sign or run a red light, you'll get a ticket if you get caught. You do something more heinous, you'll go to jail. If you disobey the Most High's laws and eat like a carnivore or eat like you're an omnivore and eat like one of these animals that you're not, then you're going to get charged for that as well. And you're going to end up with diabetes or a heart condition or um, impotence, whatever it is, these situations we're causing for ourselves. So the most important thing to learn, period, is who you are. Learn about you. Learn about you. If I ain't told you nothing else, learn about you. Just learn about you. Why you got 2 kidneys. How your brain and your intestines is connected to each other, and how most of your wire harness is in your intestines. That's where the nerves all meet up right there. So if we off balance here, you're gonna be off balance here too. The first brain is in your intestines. Your solar plex. Solar plex. To feed that plexus, you gotta eat sun food. Sun food. You know what I mean? So learn about you. Learn about you. You learn about the earth. You learn about everything else and how everything else functions as well. Because it's all based on the same grid, same diagram. We 80% water, so is the earth. We can get arthritis by not having no lubrication in our joints. Bones rub together, create friction. Oil in your car, parts rub together, create friction. That's arthritis in the car. You take the oil from the earth, tectonic plates rub together, we get earthquakes. That's arthritis in the earth. It's all the same. If you learn you learn everything else.
Right, right. Being in
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
environment, being in tune with self,
Yeah.
tap
Mm-hmm.
back into nature. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I advocate heavy for
Yeah.
all natural lifestyle. Ever since I've been living like that, my life been in alignment. I haven't had no health
Mm-hmm.
issues. I've been able to connect with people on a deeper level, and I've been understand life and navigate a lot easier. You feel me? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as
I'm,
brothers,
I'm. That's my end game is going to nature, and that's where I'm gonna end up at. Is is in a different environment. This is not. I'm not going to be here forever like that. No,
Right.
this environment is. This is not what it is. You
No,
know.
it's not.
You know.
It's not our natural environment. I
Yeah.
want to let people remember that. You know that
Mm-hmm.
for the ones who was here, you know, it was people in America here before slavery. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
we
right.
holding it
That's
down.
right.
We had
My
pyramids.
people
We
was
had temples.
always my people never not been here.
That's what I'm saying.
They've always been here. Yeah.
It's been here
Mm-hmm.
since the beginning of time. So we've
Mm-hmm.
always had these things. You can look at the
Mm-hmm.
pyramids and the temples, and you can look at the mounds. We used to live connected with nature. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Then they came
That's right.
and colonized us. You feel me? And
Yep.
took the
Took
environment
all.
up with
Mm-hmm.
cement and
Yep.
concrete
Yep.
and conditioned us
Yep.
into
Stop you from
food.
grounding.
You feel me? And
Yeah.
and now we in this space where we trying to get back to nature. So I appreciate, you know, naturally urge, you feel me, for what y'all doing, because the city of Richmond, I got a deep connection with
But
Richmond. Shout out to
what you Ty Love right there. That's right. We should create a village.
right.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm telling you, I'm only gonna be around here for another year. You know, y'all better get it all
Nah,
right now. I love all y'all, but I'm telling you, I promise you, this is not forever. Mm-mm.
it's not forever,
Mm-mm.
brother.
Mm-mm.
And just so people can be aware, man. The sister said it's watermelon season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's right.
If you want to do a watermelon fast, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
come
saying?
on. We got
What would be the
watermelons. This
benefits of
whole floor
watermelon?
is covered with watermelon.
What would be the benefit?
This whole floor is covered with watermelon in here. Come on, get them.
Okay, so I
Black,
got watermelon
black
right
seeded,
now.
black seeded,
Black seed
black seeded.
watermelon. All right,
Mm-hmm.
that's the herbs. Come on, and what's the
Mm-hmm.
benefits of watermelon? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, you were talking about men's health. Man, that cleaned the prostate out right away.
Okay.
Oh, as soon as you start eating, oh yeah, the watermelon is cleaning the prostate. It's full of aminos. You know what I mean? So that plant-based protein we looking for, that there you go right there.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, clean the kidneys out, the whole entire urinary system. The watermelon is powerful, and it'll clean you out on the back end too.
Right.
Yeah, it's like to hit your colon too. You go on the watermelon fast and see what happens.
Right.
You're
And that's
it's
something
gonna
that we
clean
gotta
you
look out
out.
for as men, though. I wanted to bring that up. Is
Mm-hmm.
colon health?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know
Mm-hmm.
colon is really connected, especially for men, to you know, our prostate, but also to, you know, our phallus and
Yeah,
our sexual organs and all that.
absolutely.
And us dealing with any kind of issues, you know,
Get
with
some watermelon.
inconsistency, you want to do a colon cleanse, you know. And
Yeah,
for us, like, you know, eating late at night, you know, I was told that's what's really like killing a
that's
lot of men.
terrible.
Eating late at
That is
night,
definitely that's
sitting on
killing
that
us.
weight,
That's
you sitting on your
killing us.
colon. You know what I'm saying? And your
Yeah.
colon is getting weaker and weaker, and
You
it's
throw
getting damaged.
off your circadian rhythm
Exactly.
too. You throw off your body's natural clock when you eat late.
Right.
We gotta eat with the sun. When the sun go down, we supposed to stop. And your digestive system automatically turns off with the sun. But
Oh.
and it's connected to your pineal gland too, which is triggered by light and dark. So when the sun is first coming up or going down, we can go out and sun gaze and clean out our eyes. The pineal glands communicate with the sun and the multi in your immune system. So it's basically gathering information as to what kind of melatonin your body needs to be produced. So it's charging the pineal gland. So at night, when it gets dark, then that triggers the pineal gland to release that melatonin. But melatonin, yes, it's a sleep aid. It helps to get you into a sleep state and to relax your body. But it's also the strongest antioxidant that there is. So that's the reason why we repair and regenerate when we're sleeping around 2 a.m. because all that melatonin is coming in there as an army. It's a whole nother army to help your lymphatic system and start knocking stuff down.
What's natural ways to increase melatonin? Because sadly, they create these melatonin pills and stuff, and a lot of people taking them.
Go outside. Go outside.
Okay.
Get in the sun. And like I said, when the sun is coming up, you can sun gaze. That's charging it up right there.
That's increasing your melatonin right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
When
people.
it's coming up and when it's going down.
Yeah, say they got to take melatonin and go
Man,
to sleep.
we gotta it's here, give me 1 second. Let me see.
It's all good. It's all good. But
We
yeah, folks, don't take none of
we
that melatonin pills
we
and
got a
all that
little
stuff. We got melanin naturally in our body. We melanated beings, so you don't need to be taking nothing artificial outside of yourself to get melatonin, man.
absolutely. Yep. But we got a little a melanin pineal nutritional pack, we have here at the store. It's got alfalfa in there, burdock, eyebright, ginkgo, bitter leaf, and gotu kola.
Yeah, go to cola.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, for mental, yeah, brain cognitive function, and for the nerve system. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of us do got nerve damage. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be like outside of physically or we just got bad nerves, you know what I'm saying? Where we seen a lot of trauma and pain, and it's hard for us to cope with that. You feel me? So
That's the gut. That's the gut. That's coming from the intestines.
right.
Because we gonna deal with stuff. Things are gonna happen, but we got to be able to create balance within ourselves internally. We always the balance. So it doesn't matter what happens. It's how we process it. You know,
Right.
how that's what determines how we gonna deal with it. Because say somebody says something or does something, and it naturally will wake up a certain feeling inside of you of intensity of some sort. Well, check your blood pressure at the time and see where it's at.
Well,
Definitely gonna be elevated.
you feel like kind of like anger, feel like some kind of anxiety or something like that, check your blood pressure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be elevated because you're creating restriction in the body. Like when you create restriction, you're stopping the flow of things. So the body's gonna react to that. You know what I mean? It's intensity. Right.
Bro, you got a question, and this has been a big question for a lot of people who plant-based and vegan. How can you increase B12 in the body? You know what I'm saying? What is B12? You know what I'm saying?
So anything that where you find the mineral cobalt in it, you're gonna find B12.
Cool.
So we're looking at Brazil nuts. What's that other herb? Blue lotus. Blue lotus has B12 in it. You know, those are two good sources right there. But yeah, anywhere you find the mineral cobalt, anything that has cobalt in it is going to have B12. And the reason why people, I eat meat and, I can get my B12 from there. Well, the reason why the animals have it is because they're not separating the vegetables from the dirt. There's B12 in the soil. So they're eating all that soil too. That's the reason why their body has all that B12 in it.
Right, and I want to also put out that the She Legit and the humic folic acid would got a lot of minerals.
Absolutely.
Like soil. It's soil based. It's straight from the earth.
Yes.
One of the finest minerals from the soil. So
marine phytoplankton have it too. That B12 too.
Got that too. So just stay high on the high minerals. You know what I'm saying? And from the soil and the earth, and that's what's gonna get you your B12 count up. Right. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Good things, man. Everybody said, this has been a good one. I learned a lot from you, brother, and
absolutely.
And you do the consultations too as well. You gave my grandma great consultations. So before we go, do you want to let everybody know the services that you offer? You know what I'm saying, and how they can keep up with you and everything.
So
you feel me?
Yeah, you can always tap in on our Instagram page, Natrully Natrully Herbs and More. And we're at 4113 McDonald Avenue, Richmond, California. We do shipping. Like I said, we do classes. You can book me to come talk. I talk at churches or wherever. It don't make no difference. Wherever it is, to help uplift our people and share knowledge. And, I'm always learning too. You can teach me something as well. But we do cleanses for people. We help people on any kind of health and wellness journey that you own. We here for you. Like he said, we do consultations, and we're gonna break it down all the way down to the grain of salt, what's happening, so you know exactly what's happening from the origin of things. And we ain't patching nothing. We fixing. We going to the root. So that's what we do.
Right. I appreciate you, brother, and I look forward to collabing with you more. You know what I'm saying, working with you more.
Good.
You know what I'm saying, and yeah, it's Men's Mental Health Month. So actually, if anybody didn't know, I'm getting ready to post on my page too. We having a men's wellness event in Richmond tomorrow. You feel me? Shout out to my brother Kingdom. Just bringing awareness, about men's health, but also, it was Father's Day that just passed. So, shout out to all the fathers, all the babas, for all the divine masculine energy. And you know what I'm saying, we want to just keep our people up, lifting and rising up. You feel me? So it's a good time.
Saw palmetto. That's a good man's herb for the prostate. Saw palmetto.
Yeah, right. Saw palmetto. That's a good one for the prostate. If you're looking for increasing your vitality as a man, you know what I'm saying, you're looking to increase your libido and all that, you can take let me see.
Okay.
Tonkat
Ali. Tonkat Ali.
Here we go. Tonkat Ali. Take that one.
Instant energy too. 5 minutes, you'll feel it.
Right, and Damiana too as well.
Damiana.
Raise you up. I got this maca powder right here. You know what I'm saying? That's for men's health and libido. But we gotta stay strong, brothers. Like you said, they putting a lot of soy in the food, taking away from man's testosterone, and giving too much women estrogen, and that's why I think we got a lot of these different crosses of life. And things like that, you feel me? So we just want to be mindful, read all the labels you can on all the food. You can't eat as raw as possible. I just eat mostly raw foods. I cook all my food, you know what I'm saying? You can try to get in a community where you can work with people, where y'all can help each other and cook food with each other. Like we need a village, like everybody keeps saying.
Yeah.
We need to
I'm
help each other.
ready. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Let's do the village. I'm ready.
Now you
Let's
created
go.
it, brother. You already created it, and I'm bringing the joint, and we're gonna put it all together. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful time now. Yeah, give thanks. So we at the 11:11 mark. You feel me? I know you're a busy man. Dasan, appreciate you for coming in and joining us.
No
and
problem.
We're going to soon. You feel me?
Let's
You
do
know
it.
what I'm saying? We give thanks.
Give thanks.
Yes, all right. So give thanks. It's Ancient Future Friday. We're gonna tap in everybody for the next one. All right.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, friend. Peace.